Hey guys, it's Eric here at Peachtree Classic Cars, and this is a sweet little 1964 Chevrolet short bed pickup truck. The original engine in it was blown, so the guy that I got it from, who put it together, put a early 70s Camaro 350 V8 in it. 3970014 is the block number. Trying when I can to pull these block numbers so we know exactly what engines are in them. 70 through 73 Camaro engine, V8. What's awesome about this is it retains its originality with the 3-speed on the column. And I love that. I get a lot of calls from guys actually asking for the originality of the 3-speed on the column versus where the guys are cutting a hole and trying to change the shifter or putting an automatic in it, which is not challenging to do, but you know, it changes the originality. Of course, it's not the original engine, but that's really an upgrade, tossing a later model Camaro engine in any vehicle. To me, it sounds like an upgrade. So he says it's a fresh build on it. I don't know if that was a refresher or what, but I mean, starts easy, it runs great. And I'm gonna hopefully hold this camera and shift gears. So it is 3 on the tree. So you shift up, second gear. And if you do it smoothly and succinctly, it shifts very smoothly. Just like any of the other 3 on the tree trucks that we drive, Ford, Chevrolet, Dodge. If you try to be in a hurry and shift it quickly, it can bind up on you. And you kind of just back out of it by, like if it binds up going into second, you just kind of go back to first gear and go back to second position again, and it unbinds and drives right on down the road. I had it do it to me once. If I'm careful shifting it, it doesn't do it at all, and it's consistent with any of the other trucks that have the 3 on the tree shifting column. Super straight driving. So I call this my finger test, right? That you guys can see just how straight it drives. Very smooth. Speedometer works. Brakes stop good, maybe just a touch of a tug to the right. I'm sorry, to the left. Brakes feel like I would say they might just be tugging just a hair to the left. Let's see if I can pull in here. Now, consistent with most vehicles like this, for whatever reason it is, these guys do all these restoration work, but they don't fix the e-brake. So it does not have an emergency brake. It's not hooked up. There is an emergency brake rebuild kit, but these come, you can order. Engine sounds awesome. And I mean, I parked at level, so it's not rolling away. Perfect sounding engine. I mean, it's not too loud and not too quiet. Easily to open the hood with one hand. Everything under the hood is clean and succinct. And now that I'm turning it off, I'm going to put it in first gear just to park it. And as long as you've got them parked in gear, they won't go anywhere. I always keep a chalk on trucks like these and just chalk it up wherever I'm parked. But it's funny, I'm not exaggerating when I tell you I could buy 50 trucks in a year and one of them will have a working emergency brake. It's just the weirdest thing. The inner fender wells are in great shape, no rust. Really clean. Edelbrock matching valve covers and air cleaner. I mean, it's got a new fuel pump on it, new alternator, new water pump. And like I said, the guy that I got this truck from, I actually have bought many trucks from him. He does little builds and little driver quality builds. And he's a great mechanic, does a great job. The lights are working. There's a little bit of a trip up with one of the bulbs, I think, maybe on the right side. But the headlights work, the turn signals work when you turn them on, the brake lights work, the running lights are all working. And that little idiosyncrasy in the lights in the hood is actually pretty common. where you go to brake and one of them comes on. I know you can troubleshoot that by chasing the wiring. So the body on the truck is really straight. It's got a patinaed paint job, and he did that on purpose. A lot of guys do, just to say, hey, this is a patinaed truck. It keeps someone from selling it and saying, oh yeah, brand new slick paint job. That being said, I almost kind of wish he would have, part of me wishes he would have painted it, because it looks really straight. But I still like the patina look. I mean, this looks like an old farm truck. I love the original wheels. It's got new tires on it. Or at least tires with new tread. I did not pull the date code on the tires, but they appear to be new. The doors open and close good, a little bit stiff. Weep hole down here looks good. One tiny little spot of rust right there on the bottom of the door. Jams are in good shape. A couple of tiny bubbles. I would say, you know, this is pretty consistent for the price range and for the build. Really, really nice truck. Fuel gauge works. The battery gauge works, temperature gauge. I'm sorry, out over here, the aftermarket gauges are all hooked up. Dash is in awesome condition. I like the fact that it's not been molested. And I don't know when that old 8-track player was in there. Carpet's in good shape. You know, it looks older. It shows a little sign of wear, a little bit of staining, but overall it's in good shape. I mean, and then just these rubber mats just to keep it clean. Brand new fuel tank. This is an older seat, and you can feel that the cushion in the driver's side is just a little bit saggier than the rest. Pretty common. What's kind of funny is it feels like getting in Grandpa's you know, recliner in the living room. It just kind of form fits to your body. So I wanted to share that, but to me it doesn't bother me. It's actually comfortable. All painted inside. Looks like that dome light is not turning on and off. Let me try this. Nope. I will go ahead and pull the headlight switch. So we'll continue on around the body. Yeah, the doors, got to kind of give them a good solid bang. Drip rails are in great shape around the top. Top is painted nice. Continuing around the body, really straight body. Really straight body. Patina spots here and there. Beautiful tailgate. No signs of rust. Now the old bed had been gone for many years in this truck, and then somebody put a steel plate in it on top of the old bed. It rusted out. The previous owner put a floating wood bed in here. So this sits up about 1.5 inches. It's gorgeous. It sits on top of the old bed. I'll show you that from underneath. And then, you know, new chains and new rubber connectors. Oh, by the way, I have the lights on. You can see that in the camera. Continuing around the body, very straight again, all the way around, nice and straight. Couple little spots down here on the bottom of the door. Really, the only spot of concern on the body to me was there was just a tiny little spot of rust right here on the hood. Inner fender wells are in great shape, and the vehicle was undercoated. And it looks really, really clean and nice. Protects it from future rust. Frame supports in the front and these floor pans right here look really good. All the frame cab mounts look good. Older, but still in good shape. New exhaust. Raptor exhaust with the turn downs here. Like I said, this thing sounds awesome. Cross member is rust free. I don't see any signs of rust on the frame at all. Newer brake lines. Looks like a typical repair here was done. This is right on the inside of the rockers. You can see that there's a little bit of patchwork done there. That's pretty common, so that doesn't scare me. The fact that these are rust free is amazing. These little cab supports usually get rusted out. Back pieces of this little back cab flare step ups are in great shape. Cab corner looks good. Continuing on underneath the truck, like I said, inner fender wells look awesome. I usually don't do this on my back, but wanted to show that that's the old bed there that's rusted out with a steel plate on top of it and the new bed. So you can see a little bit better right there. Older bed, pretty common. This is very, very common actually for guys to just put a new bed on top of the old one. And installing the bed's 100% original. It is its own craft. You can order these kits online. It makes it a lot easier. but it is a lot of work. And when guys are building a, you know, just a driver truck, pretty common to have that floating bed. Look at how clean these rear fenders are. Incredible. I mean, really overall a very solid and very minimal rust truck. Can't call a truck like this rust free with a couple spots that we've seen, but I mean, this is really, inspection is proving that this vehicle has been cleaned and taken care of. I don't see any rust there. Step ups on this side are consistent with the other, and the repairs as well. Rocker repair here, patch. Other than that, it looks like the original floor pans are all still intact. I'm gonna slide it under here a little farther and really see that. Yeah. And just these, you know, frame rails, springs, everything under here, really, really solid. Back of the cab corner, back of the cab, one tiny little spot you can see right there. Really in great shape. Bottoms of the doors, I showed that earlier actually. Rockers look great here. Tiny little spot of, you know, there's gonna be some filler in every single antique vehicle. That looked like just a touch of filler there. Really, really clean. Now we've seen the interior, but just one more glance here. Nice. By the way, I know I mentioned that earlier about the seat, but this seat cover looks great. It's older, but it still looks like it's in great shape. And the paint and the clear coat on this is actually new. The paint had a little bit of touch up done. I left the lights on in the front so you guys can see that the lights are working. Brand new windshield and weather stripping. I'm not sure if that weather stripping is brand new or not. Actually, it looks like it might have paint on it. Little vent windows. Oh, I know on the other side, yeah. So the windows roll up and down. They're just a little stiff, but they do roll up and down. If I was being really picky about that, I might take those screws off and handles and re-grease that. But rocker on this side's in great shape as well. Beautiful interior, passenger side. What a great truck. I mean, this thing runs awesome. It looks great. I love the patina. It just looks like an old farm truck. And I love that it doesn't have spiced up wheels or anything. This has got the original look, the original drive. And actually, aside from that Camaro engine upgrade, this is an all original truck, really. So give us a call. Oh, wipers do work. The heater is hooked up. You'll see the pictures underneath the hood. All the hoses are hooked up. It doesn't leak, but we don't know if it's a fuse or just a wiring thing or with the motor. Could not get the motor on the heater to turn on. The good thing is usually the worst part about trying to replace a heater is that heater core being so leaky. Most of the time you'll notice that people don't even hook the hoses up to them. So the fact that it's all hooked up and not leaking is a great plus, and most likely would be an easy electrical fix on that original heater motor. Like I said, the wipers do work, and yeah, this is awesome. Give us a call. It's peachtreeclassiccars.com, and we look forward to hearing from you.